Welcome back and congratulations on reaching the final lesson of this module. So far, we've learned how to explore ideas visually, how to draw and express our thoughts, how to organize them through mapping, and how to use metaphors to give meaning and emotion to abstract ideas. Now, we're entering the most exciting stage application. This is where visual thinking comes alive in real contexts. In classrooms, meetings, workshops, or team projects. It's no longer just about learning techniques, it's about creating tools that help others think, learn, and collaborate more effectively. In this session, you'll step into the role of a designer and facilitator of thinking. You'll create something practical, a visual tool that you can use in your own professional or personal context. Think of it as your bridge between theory and action, the moment when your drawings and ideas become a living method. Activity 1. Tool Design Studio. Let's get started with our main activity, the Tool Design Studio. You can work individually or in pairs for this. Your task is to design a simple visual tool, something that helps people think, plan, reflect, or connect. It should be clear, useful, and easy to apply in real life. Here are some examples to spark your creativity. A visual agenda template that helps guide a meeting step by step. A check-in board where participants share how they feel before a session begins. A group reflection poster that captures lessons learned after a workshop or project. A metaphor card deck that uses images or symbols to inspire new ideas. A visual evaluation map that helps track progress or measure impact in a team. You can also design something completely unique, maybe a visual conversation canvas, a problem-solving map, or a mood journey line. Think about 3 questions before you start sketching. Who will use this tool? For example, students, colleagues, clients, or teams. When and where will they use it? In class, in meetings, during projects, at events. Why are they using it? Reflect, to brainstorm, to plan, to connect, to evaluate. Once you're clear about your goal, begin sketching. Start with the structure, boxes, circles, arrows, or pathways that guide users step by step. Add labels, icons, or simple visuals that help clarify each stage of interaction. Remember, simplicity is powerful. A good visual tool doesn't overwhelm. It creates clarity and flow. For example, if you're designing a visual agenda, show time blocks, activities, and transitions visually, maybe as a road or timeline. If you're designing a check-in board, use colors or faces to represent different emotional states. If you're designing a reflection map, create sections like what worked, what didn't, and what will we try next. Take about 60 minutes for this activity. You can pause the video while you work. When you're done, make sure your tool has a name and a short description, something like the Circle of Reflection or the Meeting Flow Canvas. Activity 2. Pair and share. Welcome back. Now that you have your prototype, it's time to share it with someone else. Pair up with another participant and present your tool. Explain 3 things: how it will be used, what steps or actions the user takes, who it's designed for and why it fits their needs, what goal it's meant to achieve: reflection, planning, connection, creativity, etc. Then listen carefully as your partner gives feedback. Ask them, is it clear and intuitive? Does the layout help understanding? Could it be simplified or made more interactive? You can even test it quickly. Have your partner simulate using it for a few minutes to see if it flows. This exchange is extremely valuable. Often we see our tools from the inside, but feedback helps us understand how others experience them. Think of it as user testing for visual thinking. Take around 30 minutes for this activity. Afterwards, you can make a few adjustments based on what you learned, refine the design, clarify the steps, or simplify the structure. Let's take a few minutes to reflect together on your journey through this module. Ask yourself or discuss as a group, what has visual thinking unlocked for you during this learning process? How will you use it going forward in your work, studies, or personal life? How might your visual tool change the way you teach, facilitate, or communicate? Many people discover that once they start visualizing their thoughts, their whole way of working changes. Meetings become clearer, projects become more engaging, and complex topics become easier to explain. Making thinking visible isn't just a skill, it's a mindset. It's about curiosity, clarity, and connection. Take about 15 minutes to reflect or share. To close this final lesson and to celebrate your learning journey, we'll create something special, your visual thinking manifesto. Take one last sheet of paper and draw a mini poster titled My Visual Thinking Manifesto. This will be your personal statement, your declaration as a visual thinker. Include 3 parts: what I believe about visual thinking, your philosophy or insight; what I will practice, a habit or commitment you want to keep; 3A visual symbol that represents it, something that captures your personal approach. It could be a light bulb for insight, a bridge for connection, or a compass for direction. Anything that feels true for you. When you're done, add your manifesto to the gallery of visions. Look at the others. Notice the diversity of beliefs, the creativity, and the shared purpose. This is your closing ritual, a celebration of learning, creativity, and growth. Congratulations, you've completed the visual thinking module. You've learned to explore, draw, organize, symbolize, and co-create. But most importantly, you've learned how to make your thinking visible. Keep your curiosity alive, keep your pen moving, and remember, every line, shape, and color you use is a bridge between thought and understanding. Thank you for joining this journey. Keep drawing, keep exploring, and keep thinking visually. See you in the next adventure.